this was on.
I feel so bad for her.
This was on Thanksgiving. My family was here. They were all here. And I was just like, I felt like I was in the Twilight Zone. And so a lot of the things that happened that became contentious didn't happen until a third party got involved. We were good before that. Like we were okay. We weren't battling. Of course there was some outside influences, you need to get this from her, you need to take her for this, you need all that silly stuff. But when the third party came in, that's when it got really messed up. Like just some shit that happened that I was just like, and for me, because my parents are best friends, they're not married. And so I thought, because, if you're with somebody for 30 years, you obviously there for a reason.
But this is where the problem lies though. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but this is where the problem lies. You weren't with someone strong enough to carry their own backbone wise. Now I don't know him. So this is just going off of my perspective. And what I've experienced, right? So allegedly, he's backboneless. And so typically when you have somebody that you're pouring into and you're saying, you're the shit, you're a good guy, you're this, you're that, I'm pouring in, they believe it, but they don't understand how they got to that point. So then they have to have somebody else tell them who they are. Do you get what I'm saying? So he now has a new boo who's telling him, well, now you don't like her. Oh, okay. Well, then I don't like her.
Yeah. Then I became the enemy. And it's like, dude, we got 4 kids. We still got to raise. Like we got to, we got to do this together. So I never understood it. But, people always say the person who is hurt the most, they end up lashing out the most. Mm-hmm. That's what ends up happening. I was just ready to
which is another reason why Remy Ma, speaking of, reason why Remy Ma, if you notice in the beginning, she was very quiet. She's like, all right, do you?
And that's the thing she said. She said what he would do. And this is also kind of familiar to me because we have been together since I was 15. So you feel like you have a debt you owe to somebody. Like I've been there, I gotta be loyal. We've been loyal to the soil from the beginning. We was down before we had anything. So you feel like you have this obligation to this person, even when things don't go well. And then so you feel kind of trapped inside that situation. And so that's what she said. She said, everybody was like, he held you down. And that's what I believed. And she said, he would always throw it in my face. I held you down. I was the only one there for you. Wasn't nobody else there for you. I held you down. So she felt like she had to be there and stay in that. And she said, here's another video. This is what she said. This is her response because she got pissed when Clarissa said something. So here's what she's doing.
Don't nobody fall in love faster than somebody with nowhere to stay. I literally told him, every time your current come up says my name or does something that I feel is trying to attack me in any type of way, I'ma drag you. And I haven't even been dragging them. Bad enough, you got my daughter's mom out here looking crazy because you refuse to tell people. Me and Rem haven't even slept in the same bed since May 2022. You were so wrapped up in the whole black love thing. That was your thing. That was the only thing you had. And I realized that. And I respected that. You know what?